Why did the Prophet ﷺ receive revelation through many different ways?
AlMaghrib Institute presents Q&A with Kamal Elmekki.
Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ received direct inspiration from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes he saw Jibreel alayhi salam in his original form. Sometimes he just heard the Jibreel alayhi salam. Sometimes Jibreel alayhi salam would speak to him, but it would be so difficult and so heavy upon him that the camel he's sitting on would buckle, would kneel down, and he would start to sweat, and they would see how difficult it would look upon him. And other times he would just get inspiration through true dreams. The answer is that each different approach is appropriate for different scenarios. For example, sometimes it's a matter of location. The Prophet ﷺ sees a true dream where he sees punishment in the grave, or where he visits paradise, or sees people punished in the hellfire. So it's more appropriate here that he sees the dream as opposed to actually being transported to Jannah or transported to the next world just to see something from there. So that makes sense. Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ is being challenged. The Quraysh will go and get questions that the Prophet ﷺ can't answer, and then they would come and ask him that question. Here, it is more appropriate that he has his composure and he gives them a strong, confident answer because they're trying to challenge him, as opposed to at this point hearing the ringing, like as we call it, the ringing, where the Prophet ﷺ is sweating and it's difficult upon him at a time when he's being challenged by his opponents. It's not appropriate here. So here he only hears the angel and it doesn't have that dramatic effect on him. So he's confident and he's answering back. And sometimes it's not appropriate to see Jibreel in his original form. Because remember, the Prophet ﷺ was of the bravest of people. And the first time he saw Jibreel in his original form, he fainted. So imagine now that people are sitting around the Prophet ﷺ, they ask him a question, and then he sees Jibreel in his original form, and everybody else sees Jibreel in his original form, and they all faint and panic and so on. So sometimes it's appropriate that the answer only comes to him where he hears the angel speaking, and that's it. And that's the reason why there are so many different ways through which the Prophet ﷺ received revelation. Those are the type of questions we're going to be answering, and even more in the upcoming course, Desert Rose, the Meccan era of the Prophet ﷺ.